we're going to send you a link to our online seller information form. It's just going to ask you some simple upfront questions. In fact, we have a domain name that points to it called sellerfirststep.com. Now, Bev, here's what she was told. If you'll take just a couple of minutes to furnish that information, we can customize our presentation to you and save some time. We personally have a standard of not going out and doing the listing consultation until we have that form back, because we really want some information on it. So that's what's already happened.
Yeah, it was more than that.
So Beth, thanks for having me in.
Thanks for coming.
Now, I know you were gracious enough to take some time to complete our online form. Now, was that you or your husband that filled that out?
That was me.
That was you. Okay, so your answers are the important ones, right?
That's correct.
So let me just take a minute to make sure we're on the same page with these answers. So this is your primary residence?
Yes.
Okay, correct. And the reason you're considering selling, you put in relocating to Colorado due to a job.
That's correct.
So tell me more about that.
Well, my company's asked me to go to Colorado and manage another facility, and it was an offer I couldn't refuse.
So this is a good move.
It was a great
Maybe
move.
advancement, more money. And when do they want you out there by?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. So timing is important.
It is.
All right, great. Next question was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your home's condition? With 1 being bring a bulldozer, and 10 being bring the HDTV camera crew, cause my home is rockin' perfection. And you said 8.
Yes.
Why 8? Why not 9 or 10?
No, let me take a look.
It's gorgeous. I'm just curious, why not 9 or 10?
Well,
What would you do?
I would always do some improvements, maybe paint the trim.
Okay.
I've got 2 dogs in the house. Actually, I got 4. But I'm
4 dogs, okay. So, gotcha. Next question, what are the 3 most important things you are looking for or expect in a realtor? And you said communication. What does that mean to you? Tell me more about that.
Well, I want all the information that you possibly know about the market that's going to help me be able to make my decisions.
Right.
I want you to be able to communicate to me, but also listen to me.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
And listen to understand, David. Don't listen to reply. Okay?
Gotcha. She said communication was first. Second, education on the market.
Yes.
So you've already alluded to that. You want all the information. Right. Now, Beth, my wife, I'm an instructor for Keller Williams. And so I love to share information. My wife says I'm an oversharer. So she had me start drawing this diagram. So if we picture a funnel, and I actually do this to remind myself not to talk so much. So if I draw a funnel, up here at the top, Bev, this is everything there is to know about real estate in the area. Then underneath this, here's everything I know. Here's everything I could tell you. Here's everything I want to tell you. Here's what you need to know. Now, how much time did you set aside for this meeting?
An hour.
An hour. I have to stay here within an hour. I can teach a 2-day class on the offer to purchase alone. So are we okay staying down here in the what you need to know?
I'm good with that.
Perfect. And next was response time. 3 most important things you're looking for was response time is timely. Tell me more about that. Why is that important?
Well, when I text you with a question, I'd like to hear about it today.
Okay. And does that matter what time you text me? So if you text me at 9 o'clock at night, what are your expectations?
8 o'clock the next morning.
Okay, great. Because I do turn my work phone off at 6 unless I'm negotiating an offer.
Okay.
So anything received after that will respond the next day. And you're okay with that? All right, great. When would you like to have your home on the market?
Yes, sir.
All right, so as soon as possible. We'll talk more about this, but we actually have an approach to position your home for the maximum exposure. Yes, we could put a sign in the yard today, but that's going to cheat you on a lot of ways to best position your house for the market.
Okay.
We'll circle back to that.
Okay.
Question was, what specific topics would you like addressed during our consultation, or specific questions? You said, what's it going to cost? So is that?
I want to know what the commission is. What's your bottom line?
So commission and bottom line. Okay, so what I'm hearing you say, I'm going to paraphrase it a different way, and let's see if we're on the same page. Okay. At the end of this process, you want to walk away with the most money possible in your hand. Would that be a true statement?
That's a true statement.
All right, and part of that, of course, is the fees that are involved. Totally understand that. Second, what are you getting for the fees? So what services do we provide? And 3, you want it all and you want it cheap. Okay. What do you think a fair price range for your home is? You put $350 to $450, and that's a pretty broad range. So what are you basing that on?
What my neighbor sold their house.
Okay, what the neighbor sold for. Great. Have you sold a home before? You said yes. When asked about the experience, you said it was great because the agent was responsive, knew the market, and it sold in less than 30 days. Perfect. Next question, when it comes to reading or signing paperwork, where do you fall on a 1 to 10 scale? 1 being show me where to sign, and 10 being please send it to me in advance so you can review. And you said a 1.
Right.
So as long as there's trust relationship here, it's not read every fine print, bottom line it for you. Gotcha. Last question. Other than determining and agreeing on a market price for the house, any other topics to address prior to starting the partnership with David Williams and Keller Williams Care Real Estate to get your house sold? And you said commission fees. So we're hearing that again. So definitely an important topic, right?
It is very important.
So let's pause for a minute. Any questions or topics or takeaways just on the questions that she provided answers to before I ever walked through the door?
So she called you, and then you sent that form to...
It's how we work.
Okay.
So if somebody calls in and says, I'm interested in selling my house, or whatever variation of that, the first thing that happens is they're sent to a link, they get an email, or they're just told. Because all we have is an online form, and we bought a $12 domain name that points to it. So they go right to that form. Gene?
Why are you talking to her without her husband, especially since he's
Because we're role-playing in front of an office. Okay.
And I told him to stay in the library.
Yeah.
I was the paperwork.
Thoughts on the form? Bill?
It's very businesslike. This is not a touchy-feely relationship. This is, what do you want to have happen?
Yep.
Can we work together to make it happen?
Yeah. Which is my style. I'm not a touchy-feely guy when I walk into a listing presentation. So it works for me. Now, does that mean it's what you should do? No, I'm not. I am not sitting up here saying this is the way to do it. This is the only way to do it. If you don't do it this way, you stink. No. Right.
So a lot of agents work on, referral-based business. So is there any difference in your process if this is a past client that you've helped buy and sell 3 homes, or somebody who came from the internet?
Nope.
So you've worked with them as a seller before. They've done this before. You do it again.
Absolutely.
Okay. And is there ever any